It's going to be Darnell Brodie to go up for the opening tip with Mervyn James. This will be a very intriguing matchup as this game rolls on. The opening tip is won by Sheffield. Screen comes from Brodie. Brodie slips to the basket, still with Anderson. Zach Anderson has it. Shot clock is down to 10. Nice move inside, and Darnell Brodie straight away going to the big man early. Here's Chapman, splits the D. Williams, extra pass. Nixon for three. Ball bobbles in and out. Rebound secured in the end by Joe Anderson. Yoakum from downtown strings it for three. The mid-range two to go. Yoakum with the rebound. Anderson, Yoakum, they've left him open again. And Dirk Williams got peace on that one. Incredible closeout. Martino kicks it out. Chapman fakes the three, puts it on the floor. Here's Nixon now, and it's a 3-on-1 for the Bristol Flyers. Nice pass by Holden as Yoakum with the finish off the glass. Yoakum fires up a three, knocks down a three. Hand down, man down. Ball with Williams on the wing. Makes it, puts it on the floor into a double. Nice pass off to Ocharobia. Count it, and the foul. Fresh into the game, and it's stolen by Yoakum. Yoakum, oh, it's blocked by Williams. Incredible transition defense. Just throws it out of bounds. Takes the handoff. Brodie backing down on Lee. Darnell Brodie puts it up, puts it in on the second chance opportunity. Ball goes into Chapman. Guarded by McCormack. Kern leaks out to the corner. Chapman for three. Knocks it down. And boy, did Sheffield need that. Their first made three of the game. Walsh. Stolen away by Sheffield. Here's Kern. Out to Rotino. Another three ball on the way. Another three ball drops. Steve Lions' side. They worked their way back into the game. And it was the defensive end where they were able to get it going.
Exactly. Like I said, they've got way more aggressive. Sort of about the team that wanted time out early. I think Coach Kapulis might want one soon.
Holden blows the layup. Could have been a pair of fouls called either way there, really. Kern fakes it, puts it up, puts it in.
Keep on going, but he's going to ring the changes next stoppage to stop the bleeding.
Stolen away by Chapman. Coast to coast. Nice pass to Lee, who's wrapped up. Once again, McCormack gets it inside. Flyers looking to attack in the middle. Brown with the offensive rebound, puts it in. Ball goes into Kern. And back down on Walsh. Kern puts it up, puts it in. Of the first quarter. Brown splits the D, fakes it, puts it up. Lee got a hand on it. Got a hand on it again, I think. Certainly been a strong start for them after a rocky first couple of minutes for Sheffield. Here's Kristen for three, splashes it. Instant impact from Cam Kristen. Well, ball goes back into McCormack. Here's Kristen now. Thought about the three. He puts it on the floor. Blocked by William Lee. Nixon rejects the screen. Looking inside for Kern. He gets it to go. Nixon. Out to James. James driving inside. Lefty layup is good. Anderson kicks it out to Yoakum. Anderson could have finished that, really. Ball back into Brodie. Yoakum has to shoot. No good that time. Brodie with the offensive rebound. And Darnell Brodie just bullying his way inside.
They went to you and said, sub.
Ball goes into James. James going inside. Nice hands by Brodie. Able to get the block. Here's Yoakum. Will Yoakum, you are cleared for takeoff. Throws it down with two hands. And Bristol can push once again. Anderson, Holden. Inside to Brodie. They've had success with him inside. And they've had success again. Williams. Top to Lee. Hands off with Nixon. And does Nixon step back two? That's an incredibly tough shot. As Darnell Brodie gathers in the miss, and once again Bristol can push. Anderson, Euro step layup, finish with the right hand. Quarter, they've been able to bounce back with a run of their own. Chapman. Ball goes into James. And it's going to be a foul and one.
Nice guy from when he played at Surrey last season. Went out there, that is a tough finish.
Anderson. Ball goes into Brodie. Good hands by Chapman. Williams leaking out in transition. It was a touchdown pass. It was an 8-0 run out of the timeout for them. And since then, they led by as many. Chapman wants it. Nixon going to work. He's got Anderson on him. Good hands by Brodie. Lee now on the three-point line. Lee floats it up and in. Finds Brodie at the elbow. Williams once again. Defense collapses again. And Sheffield Sharks really has success from doubling in the post as Chapman downhill gets it to go off the glass. Sheffield able to rally their way back into this one. Anderson steps back for three, knocks it down. It'll be pleasing for Coach Kapoulas to see a couple of threes go through. Here's Nixon. Out to Ratinho, corner three ball, knocks it down. Nowhere to go, kicks it out to Anderson. Shot clock down to 5. Yoakum has to shoot here, fakes the three, pulls up for 2, bobbles in and out. Cam Holden just soars above everyone for the offensive rebound. Directing traffic out there for Sheffield. Glasgow comes up. Chapman driving against Anderson. Good hands by Joe Anderson. Yoakum leaking out in transition. Count it and the foul.
I think Coach K was actually going to substitute him, get Kristen in the game, and has changed his mind.
Oh, nice pass into Kern. Throws it down with 2 hands.
If you're the Flyers, what you want to see, you're going to see more offense from anybody not called Yoakum or Brodie.
Finds Zach Anderson. Here's Yoakum. Anderson leaks to the corner. Yoakum spins. Fakes it. Oh, it's denied. Anderson gets it into Brodie. Here's Yoakum. Hands off with Joe Anderson. Shot clock down to 8. Anderson spins the defense. Beautiful move.
And once again, he found an inch of daylight in the lane and he took advantage of it.
Dirk Williams. Yoakum with the steal. And Will Yoakum flushes it with 2 hands.
Latiba can see things are not going his way. Just really lazy offense from Dirk Williams. Allowed himself to strip to the ball and this lovely throwdown at the other end.
Here is Glasgow. Now finds Chapman, puts it on the floor. Ball lobbed up to William Lee with the alley-oop. Just look at some of the key plays from the third, and it started with that huge alley-oop. Chance for Sheffield to retake the lead, and once again they were looking for the alley-oop. This time is intercepted by Bristol. And Yoakum with the Euro step with the lefty finish. Chapman out to Lee, fires up a 3, gets it to go. Anderson with the long rebound. Ball goes inside to Brodie. Brodie puts it up. Brodie puts it in. Count it and 1. Success they had from the first half when they really pounded it into the big fella inside.
Yeah, and considering how well...
Screen comes from Ocharobia. Ball goes out to Kern. Kern guarded by Yoakum. Splits the D. Oh, Will Yoakum with the block. 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Williams thought about the 3. Ratinho, extra pass. Now here's Glasgow. Floats it up with the left hand. Rebound secured by Yoakum. His fifth rebound of the game. Anderson, what a move. Anderson, what a finish. And 1 with the left hand.
Just able to get past Ratinho, score, draw contact.
Back with Yoakum, beats his defender. Nice move out to, great ball movement by the Flyers. And it results in a Joe Anderson triple.
Great teamwork from the Flyers. And get the hot man the open bucket.
Dirk Williams downhill. There was no stopping Dirk Williams on that possession. At the 3-point line, hands off with Anderson. Anderson, top to McCormack, thought about the 3, puts it on the floor. Great ball movement once again. Anderson with an open 3, drains it. Now here with Williams, pulls up from the elbow, splashes it. That is an incredibly tough shot by Williams. Screen comes from Ocharobia. Nixon swings to Kern. Ocharobia fighting with Delpesh inside. Nothing but net for Prentice Nixon. That's his first points of the game. Kristen looking to go back door. McCormack has it. Back top to JB. JB into a double team. Tough fadeaway 3 from McCormack. Holden with the offensive rebound is fouled and 1. Kern! And Cam Holden somehow.
For the Flyers, but he got the hometown bounce on that one.
That was a great finish in the end. Bobbled around. Had to think about it, didn't it? As it bobbled in. Ball into Williams. Nice pass. Williams blows the layup. Here's Kern in the paint. Gets a friendly roll.
He's still looking for his first points, Delpesh.
Kern backing down JB. Spins. Puts it up. Puts it in. Incredible finish by Nick Kern. Up the Wise campus. Brown coming off the screen. Knocks it down. His shot was way off the mark.
Just the one basket for him this evening.
Brody. Oh, nice pass. Jammed in by JB. And you see that nice pass.
That for me was one of the...
Chapman. Guarded by Anderson. Chapman looking for a foul there. Nothing given by the officials. Oh, it's a great chase down, but only into the hands of Anderson. And Zach Anderson with the finish. End-to-end stuff here at the Wise campus.
Oh, that's great.
Here's Anderson. Yoakum on the wing. Guarded by Williams. Will Yoakum! Two-handed jam! It's the Will Yoakum show tonight here in Bristol.
He just says, you know what, I'm going to lay up with my left hand. And then, just for a second, a lapse on deep.
Just deceptively athletic is Will Yoakum. William Lee, oh my goodness, blows the alley-oop. Flies with numbers the other way. Ball goes into Brown. Brown with the reverse layup. Yoakum to Anderson. Brody sets the screen. Anderson, deep three ball. Splashes it from downtown. Where's look at that big three by Chapman. Out to Lee. Lee takes the three. Drains the three. And Sheffield Sharks say this game's not over yet. Screen comes from Brody. Holden. Brody backing down. Double team comes. Oh, great defense by Sheffield. And Joe Anderson will inbound for the Flyers. Ball goes into Zach Anderson. Is open for three. Drains it.
Watch. Just has the one basket. It felt like he forced that one.
Anderson, nice move. Anderson can't get it to go. No foul given by the officials. Here comes Glasgow Jr. the other way. Stomps on a dime, splashes the three. Anderson to McCormack. Here's Yoakum. Yoakum spins. Yoakum puts it up. Yoakum puts it in. Here's William Lee. Hands off with Chapman. Chapman looking to drive against Holden. Euro step. Holden gets pieces on it. Sharks need points and they need them quick. Flyers with the steal. 3-on-1 for Bristol. Holden lobbed up. Back to Holden. Puts it in. Chapman kicks it out to Williams on the wing for three. He gets it to go. And that will do it. Bristol Flyers come out on top with a 10-point win over the Sheffield Sharks.